Blues Vinyl Tag 2022. Thanks, Chris, for putting this together. It's been a horrible year, and quite clever. You've fitted all the questions into incidents during COVID. Tricky set of questions for sure. I've not bought a lot of blues albums this year. My time of buying blues albums was really 20 years ago. I was really into the blues and still am. Love the blues. But things move on, and I've got maybe 300, maybe 400 blues LPs. So fire on with this Blues Tag 2022. The first question is, show a blues album you bought last year. So this is Stevie Ray Vaughan, Soul to Soul. This is was an upgrade. I got my copy 25 years ago. Stevie Ray Vaughan, Soul to Soul, his third LP, I think. So this is an Analog Productions and 2-disc 45. That's the reason I bought it. Fantastic quality. Don't think the original album was at a gatefold, so Analog Productions do such a fantastic reissue series, and this is one of them. Stevie Ray Vaughan, fantastic. An RSD purchase this year. Well, there's only one blues one I got, and I showed in my vinyl tag a couple of weeks ago, but this is Rory Gallagher from Ireland, Cleveland Calling. He had a gig postponed. This is from 19... Shit, can't remember, can't see it. Lost, there it is, Lost. 1972, look at the front. 1972, yeah, there was a cancelled gig. I think it was a fire in one of the auditoriums, so he went to Cleveland radio station and recorded an acoustic set, which was released last year for RSD Day, and it held us back with his band for this year. A couple of great tracks on it. Pistol Slapper Blues, Bankers Blues, Messing with the Kid. Yeah, there's only 8 tracks on this, 7 tracks. Great album, can't go wrong with Rory Gallagher, blues rock. Question 3, hands on the cover. So we have Wild Child Butler. They're a pair of hands, aren't they? Wild Child Butler, Show Nuff. Again, this is an Analog Productions 2-disc 45, released around the year 2000. Again, fantastic quality, 2-disc 45. So Analog Productions back in the day, Chaz Kassam was well, it still is, a big blues fan, and he got hold of a lot of blues guys that weren't recording before they died. When he had time back in the day, he recorded a lot of these old blues guys, and they're recorded live to 2-track in their own recording studio, Blue Heaven Studios, which is a church, and they used to have an annual live gig there once a year, but they done many fine live, great sounding blues records, so they probably still got a lot in stock. From back in the day, I bought loads at the time. So that's Wild Child Butler, playing the harmonica with big hands. A mask on the cover. Well, I'm going to have to show one jazz album here, and you won't see this very well anyway. This is Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers. The Witch Doctor, and you can see the mask there. That's Art Blakey there. It's from 1963, recorded, first released in '69, which would let me think it was probably a Japanese first release in '69. Fantastic album, and there you can just about see the African mask. Great Art Blakey album. So, Shaw Blues album you bought last year, was it? No. Blues LP bought online. I thought I was going to use this for my live one. This is Seasick Steve, recorded live at Third Man Records. 7-track album, which we would call probably a mini album. Recorded at Third Man Records in Nashville in 2012. A great series LPs that Jack White done at his place there, and this is recorded live again to acetate, straight to acetate, so sound quality again can't get very much worse than this. Seasick Steve, I love him, seen him 3 times live. I think he's coming soon again, but maybe not go and see him this time. Seasick Steve, I purchased this online. I was buying some records from Analog Productions and seen they had this, so bought it just to make. They're fairly cheap, like I don't know, $15 maybe or something. Great quality though. Question 6. Winter Storms, an album with blues album with white or clear vinyl. Well, Chris, there's not. You've maybe got one, but there's not many coloured blues vinyl albums out there. I think I showed this last year. This is Left Lane Cruiser. This is 2 American lads, Beck and Black. And these 2 guys are basically the White Stripes blues. Basically guitar and drums. And it's only blues colour vinyl I've got, Chris, and it's gold and black. Black Ice. There you go. Black Ice. Fantastic album. Left Lane Cruiser. Acoustic blues album. I think I showed this album last year too, and I just love this album. And this is the Reverend Peyton's Big Damn Band Front Porch Sessions. It's just a wee 3-piece acoustic band, and you've got the Reverend Peyton. He plays slide guitar, cigar box and lead vocals. The female does backing vocals and washboard, and this chap here just knocks away a bit percussion. Maxwell Stenley. And if you want to stream it, the first track, We Deserve a Happy Ending, would be the track to listen to. Fantastic album, nice wee insert too. Now another album that they done, brilliant. So that's the Reverend Peyton's, an acoustic blues album. I have hundreds, loads. Most of my blues are generally acoustic anyway. I prefer a blues double LP. I'll go for this. The Blues, A Real Summit Meeting, and this is on Mobile Fidelity Sound Labs. This is a double LP from 1973, and we have B.B. King, Muddy Waters, Big Mama Thornton, Eddie Cleanhead Vyson, Clarence Skatemouth Brown, Jay McShane, Lloyd Glenn, Arthur Big Boy, Crudup. Great album, fantastic quality, great blues artists, live at Newport in New York. Okay, so that was a double LP. A box set. Well, I've only got a couple of blues box sets, and this is my favourite one. One of my favourite blues artists, Robert Johnson. 3 LP. This would almost qualify for a booklet too, Chris, but I'm not going to use it. So back in the day, obviously, I can't remember when these were recorded. I could have told you at the time. I think they were around about 36 or something. Not telling you there, but obviously they were 78s. And in the 60s, they put all the tracks into a Volume 1, Volume 2, 2 different LPs. And this has the extra tracks, alternate takes. So they give you the main track and the alternate track, and they do it like that. So it's a second take, and not all the tracks he done, but this is a Robert Johnson one to get, because it's one package and it's got all his 3 LPs, got all his gear. Robert Johnson, the complete recordings. Okay, so we've got an LP with shit paper or a bog. So I have the Rolling Stones, the Beggar's Banquet, and we have the Lavie paper there, and the Toilet here. I think they changed this album cover, did they, for the original American? That's them all having a banquet. But a fantastic album, and this is really the Rolling Stones getting into real great stuff. Sympathy for the Devil, absolute killer track. Street Fighting Man, Prodigal Son, Stray Cat Blues. Fantastic album. In the top 4 of Rolling Stones albums. Toilet Paper, Kazi. Okay, where am I? Right, so a concert stub. I've not been to a lot of blues gigs, obviously, it's a wee bit in darkest, deepest Scotland here, but I've seen 2 or 3. I've not got a stub, but I've got a concert programme from the Edinburgh Playhouse, and this was a bill Robert Cray in 1992 supported B.B. King. I have Robert Cray's signature or autograph, and I've got B.B. King's autograph there. So my brother was a head bouncer at the venue, and I don't know why I never got tickets, but it must have sold out before I got a chance. And so I had the guys on the door ready for me going in, and so I stood by the sound desk, and obviously got this programme, and the guys, I never met them, the guys, bouncers, went away, got the 2 of them to sign the book, and I thought Robert Cray would have been the best on the night, but old BB was blowing Robert Cray off the stage. Right, so now LP with Food On. Here we have the English band, the blues band, and this is Brand of Loyalty. We have a wee girl here with a glass of milk, 2 eggs, 2 streaky bacon, and a plate of shit. Don't know what that's supposed to be. So there's Paul Jones there, lead singer, quite a famous singer, and he played harmonica. And Paul Jones used to have a great blues radio programme on Radio 2. Not sure if he still does it or not. So, blues LP with Food on the cover. That's the English Blues Band. DVD. This is a good one for you, Chris. You'll like this. So this is a box set, the blues. This is a 7 DVD. Did I say LP? There, and it's Martin Scorsese presents The Blues, A Musical Journey. So there's 7 DVDs here, and there's a different producer on each. There's a wee booklet to read. Another booklet, Chris. You like your booklets. Booklets, so 7, and there's 7 different famous producers, film producers that done a blues video. So you have Clint Eastwood produced this blues video. Dave Brubeck's on this for some reason. Pinetop Perkins. So they feature on a different aspect of the blues. Who we got here? Mike Figgis. Mark Levin. We have Charles Burnett, producer, director. Richard Pierce, another blues. Wim Wenders, famous movie producer, doing his DVD on the blues. And last but not least, we have Martin Scorsese doing his DVD on the blues. Fantastic box. This is from 2002, I think it was, approximately. So need that box set. Right, so blues apparel. So don't really have much apparel. I've got this Raconteurs patch, and I've got this White Stripes. Now White Stripes are blues, Chris, they're not. This was an iron-on. I got a grey t-shirt from up the high street there and got this iron-on, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 years ago. Still wearing up. I found it, I forgot I had it actually, found it at the bottom of my White Stripes. So you got these as part of the his Vault series, Third Man Records Vault series. So you get extra stuff in with the albums you would buy, a lot of crap. So that's my apparel. An LP bought basically in a big store. Well, I don't really go to big stores. Don't go into the city very often, and when I generally do, I'll go to the second-hand stores. So I'm going to go back to it, because I've got to show this album. It's the best album, it's everybody's favourite. Muddy Waters, the folk singer. Originally, I mean, this is Analog Productions, who do it on a gatefold sleeve, 200-gram record, 2-disc 45. Sound quality is absolutely fantastic. I love the album. So it was bought from a big online store, and that's my big shop buy. It wasn't bought in a independent or a charity shop, which I don't really shop in charity shops. Muddy Waters. And we have Buddy Guy on here too, I think. In 1963 was this recorded. About then. Folk singer. It's actually, I almost think this is a two, like a 3-piece, but I'm sure there's four musicians on this bass. There's Willie Dixon on bass. I'm sure there's a drummer. Doesn't show the drummer though. Need to read it again. I'm sure there's a wee bit drums on that. Fantastic album. So show 2 or 3 45s. Well, that was just a 45 album, Chris. You've got to get it right. You actually mean singles or 7-inch. 2 or 3. Well, I've only got 2. I've got Robert Cray, Night Patrol. And the B-side is More Than I Can Stand, from his 2 most, probably biggest famous albums. I think I've only got 2 7-inch singles, so that's Robert Cray. Another one a wee bit more recent, I don't know when that was, from 1988. And this would be from about 5 or 6 years ago. C6 Steve, It's All Good. B-side being Thunderbird. C6 Steve, spoke about them already. Love them. 2 Molyneux Blues 7-inch singles. Don't buy blues. Don't buy any singles, really. So I've done that. Right, an LP, it fell short of expectations. Well, I didn't really buy one. It fell short of expectations during the year, really. I sort of enjoy most of them. There's none I can think of, Chris, but one I'm going to show you, it fell and just loved it. And I've had it for years now, so I'm just going to show you. This is Eric Bibb. And this is recorded on the Swedish Opus label. It's a double disc 45, recorded all analog on vacuum tube microphones and a custom built vacuum tube mixer. And if you want to stream one track, and that's what I done when I bought blues albums a lot. They had a dobro, a resonator guitar on the front cover, I would buy it. So this is Eric Bibb. If you don't know him, you have to listen to him. And the track to stream off this would be In My Father's House. Funny feeling I probably showed this last year. Double disc, sound quality on this is absolutely fantastic. Eric Bibb and The Needed Time is the band Spirit and the Blues. Getting close to the end now. Eric Bibb, an import album. Well, here almost everything's import. A lot of, and so I didn't have a specific import album, but I'm going to show you Hans Theessink. Theessink. I think he's Dutch. This is Delta Time, and this is a co-album with Terry Evans. Terry Evans got fame and fortune playing with Ry Cooder, and Ry Cooder's on the album playing on 3 tracks, guitar on 3 tracks. There's Hans there, Terry Evans there. Love Terry Evans, a great soul blues singer. And if you haven't heard of Hans Theessink, look out his albums. I think he's Dutch, he's not Austrian, can't remember. I have a few of his albums. Import album. Right, an LP with a booklet. This is passport related. So I'm going to show you Doug MacLeod, You Can't Take My Blues. Now this is on, this is from can't remember. It's 2006. And this is AudioQuest, the American high-end cable manufacturers got into producing music, CDs and vinyl to a high standard. And this was probably, I think, Roy Harley's first venture into producing music. With AudioQuest, he obviously does the Tone Poets and Music Matters he done. So these are 180 gram, I'll get to the booklet in a moment. So normally AudioQuest done fantastic covers and whatever, but what he says here is, you are holding tangible proof that AudioQuest Music is committed to preserving the availability of music on LP, a format many believe to be second only to analog master tape. Since this AudioQuest Music recording was made and preserved in the analog domain, this HQ 180 gram super vinyl allows you to hear the music in its full analog glory. The LP jacket is plain and generic, a pale shadow of our previous album covers. However, this cost-effective way of packaging the music helps make it possible to continue to offer our music on LP. Please think of this jacket as part of the solution, not part of the problem. Don't know why they done this, but they done like, it was just like the CD cover, so, and it gives you a wee bit more spiel there about the CD being bigger than the album, so they had to shorten it. So this is basically the booklet for the CD, which is probably a different running order. the LP. So it's Doug MacLeod, American guy. If you don't have any of his music, seen him live, he's absolutely fantastic. Got a lot of albums out there. Doug MacLeod, absolutely brilliant. Great sounding LPs. And last but not least, favourite LP you bought last year? Well, was it? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Again, it was an upgrade. We started with Stevie Ray Vaughan, and I bought this in the same package. This is the Vaughan Brothers. Done one album together, and this is Jimmy Vaughan from the Fabulous Thunderbirds, the band he was in, and they'd done one album with his brother. Again, Analog Productions, do a gatefold sleeve, lyrics here, 180 grams, sound quality, 2LP 45, produced by Nile Rodgers from 1990. So I had a copy of this, and again, an upgrade copy. Stevie Ray Vaughan's one of my favourite blues guys in the electric field. Family, what's it called? Family Style. Okay, well done for only doing 20 questions, Chris. I mean, you can't go on, keep on going on doing 21, 24, 25. Good luck. Catch you all again. Bye then.